Hello, St. Regis Falls. Mr. I here again for another installment of What's That Instrument? Today we have something some of you have seen before. One of these guys. Anybody know what this is? And we have another one here. Alright, these are gongs. Now, they're not the humongous ones that you see sometimes in bands or orchestras. These are much smaller. I don't have the big ones laying around the house. And so gongs are basically just pieces of metal that are actually hammered, and you hammer them to get a different pitch and different tone. These are made out of brass. They can be made out of all different metals and compounds mixed together. It's kind of cool. Maybe you can see. Maybe not. You can kind of see the divots where they get hammered down, all made by hand. Usually when you play a gong, you play it with a mallet, a little off center, and you get that kind of sound. So the smaller one has a nice pitch. The bigger one sounds a little bit more metallic. Probably used to that sound more. Anyway, so we're going to do something different to our gongs today. We are going to dip them into this, and this is just a pot of water, and we're going to see what happens when we take our gong, play it, and dip it into the water. This is a real instrument. It's called a water gong, used in more modern orchestral music. So let's try it. So here we go. Play the little one first. We'll play it. And now let's just try the big guy. Here we go. So that's the big one. What did you notice? You probably heard that the pitch or the sound went down. And there's a really good reason for that. So to help me explain that, we're going to talk to our special guest.
Hi guys, Miss Nosy here. I hope everyone's doing well. Today I'm here to talk about the physics of sound, specifically the sound of a gong. So let's start out. So typically with a gong you'd bang on it, and that bang would cause a vibration in the gong, and that vibration would cause the gong to bump into the air molecules next to the gong, and that force would cause the air molecules next to the gong to vibrate back and forth, which we call oscillation. Then those air molecules would bump into their neighbors, and them into their neighbors, and so on and so forth until it reaches your eardrum, where your eardrum is actually like a mini gong, and it will vibrate back and forth, picking up on the vibrations in the air, and that is how we hear. And that's how we hear typically. But if you were to dip the gong in water, well, if we compare the qualities of water and air, we see that water is more dense, meaning it's more tightly packed. They're more compressed, the molecules, than air. What this means for the gong dipped in water is that the vibrations would decrease, causing a deeper pitch in the water-dipped gong. Alrighty, back to you, Mr. I.
Thanks, Miss Nuzzy. So it was really awesome that Miss Nuzzy was able to explain some of the physics of sound when it comes to water with us. So that's why when you get your gong and you dip it in the water, the pitch changes. So here we go. I'm sure my neighbors are loving me right now. All right, well, thanks a lot. I miss seeing everybody at school. And stay tuned for more videos of What Is That Instrument with Mr. I. See ya.